Part 1. The perfect flatmate. My name is Alex. I live in a small flat in the city. The flat is nice, but I can't pay for it alone. So, I need a flatmate. Last month, my old flatmate moved to Spain. He left with no warning. Just one note on the table. Good luck, Alex. That was it. No goodbye, no keys, nothing. So now, I am looking for someone new. I put an ad online. Room for rent. Clean, quiet, not expensive. No loud music, no pets, no drama. I met a few people. One girl brought her cat. One man played guitar during the interview. Another person said, "I like to cook at 3 a.m. Then came Marvin. He wore a clean suit. He was tall, thin, and very polite. "Hello, Alex," he said. "Thank you for your time." He looked around the flat and nodded. "Very functional. I like it." I asked, "What do you do for work?" "I'm in communication," he said slowly. Strange answer, but okay. He didn't smoke, didn't drink, and promised to wash dishes every day. I thought, finally, a normal person. So, I said, "Welcome, Marvin." But I was wrong. So wrong. Part 2. The strange things begin. At first, everything was great. Marvin was the perfect flatmate. He cleaned the kitchen every morning. He made no noise. He never left dirty socks on the floor. He didn't even use the TV. Most people would say, "Wow, lucky you." And yes, for 1 week, I was happy. But then, I started to notice things. The first thing was breakfast. Marvin only ate bananas. Not toast, not cereal. Only bananas. Every morning, 2 bananas. No talking, just peeling and eating. I asked him, "Don't you want coffee?" He looked confused. Is coffee a fruit? No, I laughed. It's a drink. People drink it to wake up. I do not require it, he said. Okay, weird, but healthy. Nothing wrong with bananas. The second thing was the gloves. Marvin always wore gloves. Indoors, outdoors, while cleaning, while typing. Even in the shower, I saw them hanging to dry. One day I asked, "Why do you always wear gloves?" He looked serious. It is for safety. Your safety? No, yours. I didn't know what to say to that. The third thing, he talked to the microwave. Yes, one evening I walked into the kitchen. Marvin was standing in front of the microwave, whispering, very softly. Ready in 45 seconds, receive the message. I asked, what are you doing? He jumped. Hello, Alex. Just warming food. The microwave was empty. The fourth thing, he never laughed. I showed him a funny video of a cat dancing. He watched in silence. I asked, "Isn't that funny?" He blinked. The animal is moving in an unusual pattern. Is that humorous? Yeah, it's hilarious, I said. He nodded. I will record that. Hilarious equals dancing cat. At this point, I had a theory. Marvin was not just a little strange. Maybe he was not from this planet. I know it sounds crazy, but think about it. He only ate bananas. Space food? He didn't understand coffee or jokes. He wore gloves 24/7. He whispered to machines. He said he worked in communication, like alien communication. I started watching him more carefully. Once he stood completely still on the balcony for 27 minutes. No phone, no drink, just standing, looking at the moon. Another time, he used a spoon to fix the Wi-Fi. not a tool, a spoon. He also didn't know what pizza was. Do humans often eat this disc? He asked. I laughed. You said humans. Aren't you one? He blinked again. Yes, of course. I am a human, just like you. I was not convinced. Part 3. The Alien Test. I needed to know the truth. I couldn't sleep. What if Marvin really was from another planet? Was I living with an alien? So I made a plan. The alien test. Step 1. The food trap. I cooked pizza, hamburgers, and hot dogs. Real human food. I put it all on the kitchen table. When Marvin came in, he stopped. He looked at the food like it was a science experiment. What is the purpose of this display? He asked. It's lunch, I said. Help yourself. He slowly picked up a hot dog. He sniffed it. Then he touched it with one gloved finger. Is this alive? No, I laughed. It's meat from a pig. He dropped it. Oh, I cannot eat this. And he pulled a banana from his pocket. From his pocket! Step 2. The comedy test. That evening, I turned on my favorite comedy show. Big laughs, silly jokes, classic stuff. I sat on the couch and invited Marvin to watch with me. For 30 minutes, he didn't smile, not even once. Then he asked, "Why is the man wearing a chicken costume?" It's funny, I said. But chickens do not wear clothes. This is not logical. Exactly, I said. That's why it's funny. He wrote something in a small notebook. I saw the page. It said, "Chicken equals humor, confusion equals laughter." Okay, step 2, failed. Step 3, the idiom trap. The next morning, I tried one last trick. It's raining cats and dogs outside, I said. Marvin ran to the window. Where? He asked. I see only water. Never mind, I said. He looked very serious. Alex, I must ask, are you testing me? I froze. What do you mean? You are watching me. You're observing my behavior. I swallowed. Maybe a little. He sighed. Then I think it's time to tell you the truth. My heart stopped. Part 4. The Truth. Almost. Marvin sat down at the table. He looked serious. Very serious. I am not from another planet, he said. I didn't believe him. Then what's with the gloves, the bananas, the notebook? He smiled, for the first time ever. I am an actor. What? A theater actor, he said. I have a role, a very difficult role. I blinked. What role? I am playing an alien in a new play. It is called Visitor from Planet 9. It opens next month. My director says, become the character. Live like him, every day, 24/7. So I do. I stared at him. Wait, so the gloves? Alien skin is sensitive, he said. The bananas? My character can only eat yellow food. The microwave? That's how the alien sends messages to his ship. In the story, I rubbed my face. I didn't know whether to laugh or scream. You've been acting this whole time? I asked. Yes, he said, but you helped me a lot, Alex. Your confusion was very real. I used it in rehearsal. I wasn't sure if I should feel flattered or insulted. Then he added, "Do you want a free ticket to the show?" I sighed. Only if there's popcorn. He smiled again. Only if it's yellow. 1 month later. I sat in the theater. Marvin was on stage wearing a silver suit and holding a banana like a microphone. He said, "Greetings, Earth people." And the audience laughed. I smiled. My flatmate wasn't from another planet. But honestly, he was still the strangest person I've ever met. And maybe the funniest. Теперь попробуй перевести на английский, чтобы улучшить свои разговорные навыки. Что делает? What makes? Эту историю. This story. Особенной. Special. Что делает эту историю особенной? What makes this story special? В ней есть все. It has everything. Драма. Drama. Загадка. Mystery. И человек. And a man. С бананом. With a banana. В своем кармане. In his pocket. В ней есть все. Драма, загадка и человек с бананом в кармане. It has everything. Drama, mystery, and a man with a banana in his pocket. Банан. A banana. На вашей кухне. In your kitchen. Абсолютно нормально. Totally normal. Банан на кухне абсолютно нормально. A banana in your kitchen? Totally normal. В вашей сумке? In your bag? Конечно. Sure. Но в вашем кармане? But in your pocket? Все время? All the time? Но в вашем кармане все время? But in your pocket all the time? Это не перекус. That's not a snack. Это стиль жизни. That's a lifestyle. Это преданность делу. That's commitment. Это не перекус. Это стиль жизни. Это преданность делу. That's not a snack. That's a lifestyle. That's commitment. И перчатки. And the gloves. Весь день. All day. Всю ночь. All night. Даже в душе. Even in the shower. И перчатки. Весь день. Всю ночь. Даже в душе. And the gloves. All day, all night, even in the shower. В какой-то момент. At some point. Это уже не мода. It's no longer fashion. Это предупреждение. It's a warning. В какой-то момент это уже не мода. Это предупреждение. At some point, it's no longer fashion. It's a warning. Что ты скрываешь, Марвин? What are you hiding, Marvin? Секретные инопланетные пальцы? Secret alien fingers? Или просто трагический маникюр? Or just a tragic manicure? Что ты скрываешь, Марвин? Секретные инопланетные пальцы? Или просто трагический маникюр? What are you hiding, Marvin? Secret alien fingers? Or just a tragic manicure? А потом? And then? Разговор с микроволновкой. The microwave conversation. Люди говорят, people say, что это странно. That's weird. А потом разговор с микроволновкой. Люди говорят, что это странно. And then the microwave conversation. People say that's weird. В самом деле? Really? Мы разговариваем с телефонами. We talk to phones. Мы кричим на ноутбуке. We scream at laptops. Мы разговариваем с телефонами. Мы кричим на ноутбуке. We talk to phones. We scream at laptops. Моя мама. My mother. Разговаривает с синоптиком. Talks to the weatherman. По телевизору. On TV. Моя мама разговаривает с синоптиком по телевизору. My mother talks to the weatherman on TV. Является ли Марвин странным? Is Marvin strange? Потому что он выбирает. Because he chooses. Микроволновку. The microwave? Является ли Марвин странным, потому что выбирает микроволновку? Is Marvin strange because he chooses the microwave? Или он просто креативный? Or is he just creative? Давайте поговорим. Let's talk. Об эмоциях. About emotions. Давайте поговорим об эмоциях. Let's talk about emotions. В истории. In the story. Марвин смотрит. Marvin watches. Смешное видео. A funny video. В истории Марвин смотрит смешное видео. In the story, Marvin watches a funny video. Кошка танцует. A cat dances. Он говорит. He says, это смешно? This is humorous? Кошка танцует. Он говорит, это смешно? A cat dances. He says, this is humorous. Да, Марвин. Yes, Marvin. Вот как выглядит юмор. That's what humor looks like. В интернете. On the internet. Да, Марвин. Вот как выглядит юмор в интернете. Yes, Marvin. That's what humor looks like on the internet. Кошки. Cats. Утки в обуви. Ducks wearing shoes. Падение людей. People falling. Кошки, утки в обуви, падение людей. Cats, ducks wearing shoes, people falling. Но Марвин не смеется. But Marvin doesn't laugh. Он это записывает. He writes it down. И мне это нравится. And I love that. Но Марвин не смеется. Он это записывает. И мне это нравится. But Marvin doesn't laugh. He writes it down. And I love that. Потому что, если честно, because honestly, иногда я тоже. Sometimes I also вижу шутку, see a joke, и думаю. And think. Потому что, честно говоря, я тоже иногда вижу шутку и думаю. Because honestly, sometimes I also see a joke and think, Понимаю. Смешно. Ха, да. I see. Funny. Ха, yes. Но снаружи, but on the outside, я выгляжу, I look, как предмет мебели, like a piece of furniture. Но внешне я выгляжу как мебель. But on the outside, I look like a piece of furniture. А потом, and then, наступает поворот. Comes the twist. Он говорит, he says, что он актер. He is an actor. И тут происходит неожиданный поворот. Он говорит, что он актер. And then comes the twist. He says he is an actor. Ах, да, старейшее оправдание. Ah, yes, the oldest excuse. Ты ведешь себя странно. You act strange. Целый месяц. For a month. Ты ведешь себя странно целый месяц. You act strange for a month. И когда кто-то говорит, and when someone says, ты в порядке? Are you okay? Ты говоришь. You say. И когда кто-то спрашивает, ты в порядке? Ты отвечаешь. And when someone says, are you okay? You say, да, я готовлюсь к роли. Yes, I'm preparing for a role.